Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to Channel 89.9 WCNR for news on the go in the 920. This is your host, Mackenzie McGregor, starting you off with the latest in international COVID-19 headlines. In Germany, health officials agreed to restrict the use of AstraZeneca's coronavirus vaccine in people under 60, amid fresh concern over unusual blood clots reported from those who received the shots. Health Minister Jens Spahn and state officials agreed unanimously Tuesday to only give the vaccine to people aged 60 or older, unless they belong to a high-risk category for serious illness from COVID-19 and have agreed with their doctors to take the vaccine despite the small risk of serious side effects. The news is a further blow to the vaccine, which is critical to Europe's immunization campaign. Additionally, on Monday, Canada suspended use of AstraZeneca in people under 55, citing new concerning data from Europe. Setting us up with news from the States as the trial of George Floyd's death continues, onlookers grew increasingly angry as they begged Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin to take his knee off of George Floyd's neck. But Chauvin would not let up, and another officer forced back members of the crowd who tried to intervene. Witnesses testified Tuesday at Chauvin's murder trial. Witness after witness described how Chauvin was unmoved by their pleas, with the teenager who shot the harrowing video of the arrest that set off the nationwide protests testifying that the officer gave the crowd a cold and heartless stare. He didn't care. It seemed as if he didn't care what we were saying, said 18-year-old Darnella Frazier, one of the several witnesses who testified through tears. In Badger State headlines today, multiple vessels are out on Lake Winnebago Tuesday as recovery efforts continue for two people in their 20s who capsized on a canoe last night during high winds and 4 to 5 foot waves. Conditions were so bad, Fond du Lac County Sheriff Ryan Waldschmidt said during a Tuesday press conference that only a superior athlete could continue to tread water in those conditions for so long, let alone swim to shore. Although the identities of the two canoeists have not been released, Waldschmidt and friends and families of the two knew they were going out onto the lake despite the adverse conditions. And now for a quick word from our sponsors at Amazon Flies. I remember vividly my father telling me that playing video games was a waste of time and that I could not make a living with a game controller in my hands. Well, Dad, I do have a job that allows me to have that controller in my hands all day. I am an Amazon Flies pilot, and every day I drone deliver packages. We here at Amazon Flies are working to create a greener and more efficient world. And with hundreds of new distribution hubs opening soon, we pledge to bring you what you need as quickly as possible. Here at Amazon Flies, we believe in the future and work to deliver it to you every day, one package at a time. WCNR wants to thank Amazon again for sponsoring today's news. Zooming in a little closer to home in local news today, Appleton and Neenah wait to learn how to spend their relief funds. Appleton will receive $14.76 million, and Neenah will receive $5.44 million in COVID-19 relief as their shares of the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act flow in. How that money can be used, though, hasn't been fully defined. The rules of the American Rescue Plan haven't been set by the U.S. Department of Treasury. We have lots of questions, Appleton Mayor Jake Woodford told the Post-Crescent. We're still waiting on clarity on what's allowable and what's not for the use of these funds. Bringing us to the end zone in sports, Packers to play overseas as NFL adds 17th season game. The Green Bay Packers will at least play an international game, sometime during the next 9 seasons. NFL owners on Tuesday agreed that every NFL team will play an international game at least once during the 8 years, beginning in 2022. The expansion of the regular season schedule to 17 games, also approved Tuesday, would seem to get around the obstacles that resulted in the Packers being the only NFL team to not play an international regular season game. Finishing us off today with the weather, we're going to see scattered showers and widespread haze with partly sunny skies and highs near 81 degrees, lows coming in the evening around 71 degrees, and some light variable wind picking up 13 miles per hour. Tomorrow we're going to see Scattered showers, widespread haze, and cloudy skies with highs near 80 degrees and lows near 73. Thank you again for tuning into Channel 89.9 WCNR for news on the go in the 920. This is your host, Mackenzie McGregor, signing off.